Alright, everybody, we're continuing the LR Gohan and Goten World Tour Showcases. We're building up still. We're going up here against SYN Shenron. This is the Birth of the Shadow Dragon SYN Shenron fight. The only thing bad about these opening rotations, they are pretty good, is that we got Bulma in slot 7. So we're not going to have her support up until next turn, well, on turn 3, next rotation for these guys. So turn 3, we'll have it up. But then we won't be able to get it up again until turn 6, and by then the fight might be over. So we'll see what happens. You know, we'll get some good footage in for these guys. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead. We'll grab Goku. AGL Carnival Goku, some of his orbs. Let's grab them some. You know, these guys, their biggest issue before their EZA was definitely key, and I would say that that is still an issue for them. But also their defense isn't good enough. Their defense still is just not quite there. How would I fix these guys? I've been mentioning it in my other videos. You know, right here we can see that they build up 5 key and 10% attack and defense, up to 100%, up to 5 key, you know, 5 key, 100% attack and defense. I think that they should be building up 5% damage reduction as well, up to 50%. Again, it would be a very slow build-up, so I think it would be, quote, balanced. But I think just having that extra damage reduction would really help take the edge off of these off of some of these hits that they take. So that's how I would fix this EZA. You know, it'd kind of be like they'd kind of be at that point like a hybrid unit between, well, actually what they would really be is basically the GT duo. They'd just be like a slightly worse version of the GT duo, and I think that they would be like they'd be a really valuable unit at that point. But you know, probably like a top 10 LR. Like, if they built up, like, 5% damage reduction every time they did an attack up to 50%, even if you wanted to make it super attacks, although if you made it super attacks, I think I would want it to be 10%, and then you only need to do 5 supers. Either way, if they were building up 50% damage reduction, I think that they would be a significantly better unit, and ultimately it would play in, like, a lot better with their kit. I don't know what, like let's say, okay, well, we can add that, but we have to sacrifice something. I don't know what I would sacrifice to get that into their kit. Oh, okay, we survived. We got AGL Carnival Goku's heal pretty early, though. Don't like that. Good orb changing, though. That's good. Let's throw God Goku in slot 1. Actually, I mean, we can put these guys in slot 1. It doesn't really matter. We can start getting some stacks in with them. Let's do this. We don't really... Okay, that's 6 anyway. I was going to say, we don't need to give God Goku with 6 orbs here because he's already type advantage, so it's not like a huge deal. And we can just grab those physical key spheres there. Okay, thank you, AGL Carnival Goku, for bailing us out with your healing. We appreciate that. But I don't know what I would take out of their kit. Like let's say you had to do like a trade-off, right? Let's pull up their kit real quick so you guys can see it. So, okay, this is their current kit. Let's say, okay, in this line, I want to add 5% damage reduction up to 50% with each attack performed, right? Like, let's say I want to add that, and they're like, okay, fine, we'll add that. Like, we're bartering, you know. Matsu's sitting across the table. You know, I slide across my demands. That's what I say, and he's like, all right, we'll add it, okay? But you have to give something up. Like, what am I willing to give up? Let's see, what do they get in their EZA? So, 100% attack and defense. Launch into this attack has a medium chance of being a super attack. Launch into has a high chance of being a super attack. +1 key per key sphere obtained. We definitely want to keep that. Key +1 T. Okay, so this stayed the same. This did not change. Right? That's the exact same line that it was. Yeah, I mean, they changed up the wording a little bit. So that means that everything... So this is all the new stuff that they added right here. I would definitely take out this. Or this. No. Let's leave this. Let's leave this. Because we want the additionals. We want the additionals to build up the damage reduction. So yeah, I would take this out right here. Right there. We take that line out. We get the damage reduction. I think that's fair. And honestly, right here, if I did, like he's like, okay, well, you know, that's not quite enough. You know, we want you to take out more. I think leave the additional right here. Take out the attack. Make this defense plus 59% in the additional. And you just take out this extra attack. Like, we trade, you know, this 59% attack right here and this 59% attack for 5% damage reduction. We barter with Omatsu, and, like, that's our terms. I think I like this unit a lot better. Like, let's say he accepts that. He's like, all right, fine. We'll leave the defense. We'll leave the additional. But we're getting rid of this line right here. And this attack right here. I think that's a fair trade for some extra damage reduction right here. Personally, I think that's fair. Let me know, though. Let me know what you guys would do to fix this unit. You know, if you had to kind of, like, barter with Omatsu, you know, like, let's say, tell me what you are adding and what you would give up to do that. So, Let me know your guys' thoughts. Okay, so we should be fine here. Obviously, they have type advantage in this phase, so we should be good here. Let's grab that key sphere right there. We can grab these physical orbs right there. That'll get them quite a bit of key. And then we can get Bulma's support up. That'll give them 3 more key. Very, very nice. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so Goku has his defense built up now. We're doing fine. This SYN Shenron fight is pretty tough, but I think actually Gohan and Goten surprisingly can do decent in here, as long as they don't get caught in the first phase. So we'll see kind of how they do, but we're going to need them to get several attacks in here. That way their start of turn defense is built up enough to be able to tank the AoEs from SYN Shenron. You know, those can do a little bit of damage to you. But really, the only scary part about, like, physical SYN is his super attack. Like, his super attack is almost always in slot 1, and it just, like, nukes your defense. The defense lowering just, like, it hurts so many units in the game. But AGL Carnival Goku should be able to tank it, and he also does have the dodge, so he could just dodge it. And by the dodge, I mean, I gave him a full dodge build, so that's why, you know, he could just dodge it. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. I'm confident in Goku's slot 1 ability to be able to tank the super attack from SYN, at least, you know, long enough, because, like, this next rotation, turn 5 will be the last turn that he has his guard. I think that we can finish this off on turns 5, 6, and 7. We can get it done, so. What do we want to do here? This unit needs to do more attacks, get their standby out. I definitely want to have their standby ready to go, so I'm going to slide them into slot 1 right here. God Goku's probably not going to get an attack off on this turn, but just in case, let's get his orbs, and then we'll grab those right there. No AoE is pretty kind of him. Nobody would have been hurt by the AoE, but it is nice that he's not doing one. Okay, so I don't remember how many super attacks these guys got on turn 1, but hopefully that they can get into their standby now. We'll see, we'll see. All right, cool. They're going to get a double super here, hopefully. Yes. Very nice, very nice. All right, so they should be able to go into their standby now. I'm pretty sure we got them enough key on their first turn to double super. So, you know, now they've done their 4 attacks. So we should be able to stand by with them, hopefully. All right, physical SYN. Here we go. Gohan and Goten. Again, we just want them to be able to tank normals. If they can do that, we're going to be fine. We could pop this guy's active skill, but I'm going to save it. Because we should be able to get his attack buff up on this turn, so then next turn we can use it to help finish this guy off if we haven't already. Alright, the Buu Duo is going to take a lot of damage from the AoEs, but hopefully we can survive. Remember that we've already used this guy's heal, because the GT Duo took a lot of damage on turn 1, so... Alright, he's fine from the AoEs. How hard do these AoEs hit again? I don't quite remember... I think they're around like 480, so they're probably going to take, let's just do some quick math. Quick math. All right, so 480, so 1.15, so subtract 426, 65. All right, so they're going to be taking about 130k per AoE here, and the Buu Duo is going to be taking a lot. All right, so they're going to be taking like 130, and they're going to be taking like 300k per AoE here. How many AoEs is he doing? A lot. That is a lot of AoEs. So we're dead here, but we'll see what happens, you know. You know, maybe they dodge it. Does the friend have dodge? No. Okay, well, we're dead. Okay, so this is an auto death. That's great. Cool. Let's see what happens here. All right, no super attack yet. There's his attack buff. All right, here's the first AoE. Okay, we dodged that. That's good. Yeah, there's 135, and then here comes 300k. Yeah, All right, cool. Very nice. We should at least be able to see Gohan and Goten get a super attack off. So we'll see what happens here. They should be fine from the normals post super attack here. Ooh, 17 million is I mean, that's pretty good. But what I was saying about is that Carnival Goku didn't get supered. So that probably means these guys are going to get supered. SYN has like it's 20%. He has a 20% super attack chance. So it's very common that he supers immediately. No super yet, but we're dead here. It doesn't matter. But they should be at double digits. Yeah, they're at double digits from the AoEs now, but yeah, they're still at 300k. Yeah, listen, man, that Buu Duo unit, bit of a fraud. Let's hop back in. I'll do a cut until we get back to physical SYN. But we kind of saw what we needed to see. But I would like to actually get the win here. I haven't been getting the win in this fight recently. I've just kind of been lazy about it. We've been hopping in, seeing the unit. And we saw what we needed to see, right? They take 130 before they super attack, before they're fully built up. And then they take double digits, you know, like once they've got some attacks and they're fully built up, things like that. So, if you guys are wondering, by the way, how I was calculating the damage, I had this pulled up over here. So for like type neutral superclass units, what I was doing, right, is we would take the 480 that he's doing on the AoE. You can see that right here. And then I was multiplying by 1.15. Oop. The 1.15 is like the multiplier for type neutral. So, you know, we were tech and physical. So that's type neutral against SYN Shenron because he's physical, right? So it's type neutral, but we're class disadvantage. So that's what that multiplier is. And then I was basically just subtracting out their defense. So if I go to this, so you can see like right here, I was doing 552 minus, that was what the Go Bros defense was. So that's where I was getting the 125, 375. And then there's like a 3% variance between the amount of damage that you take. So, you know, if we do like the, what was it? It was like 125, 575 or something multiplied by 1.03. You know, you can see that's like about how much that they were taking, right? It was somewhere in that zone. So it's just kind of like approximate what I was doing. But then you could see for like the Boo Duo, I calculated it. And I calculated 299, 668. And you could see that they took like 309k damage, so that's kind of, you know, within like reason, right? That was within like 10k, so it was pretty accurate there. If you're ever curious about how to calculate damage, I do have a link in the description, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut, and we will be back with against Physical SYN. So hang on tight. We'll be back in just one moment. For you guys, it'll be instant, but for me, it'll be a few minutes. Well, I said it would be a few minutes, but we one-turned both phases, so we're on turn 3 here. This is their first rotation. Obviously, that is bad. These guys should be able to tank the AoE this time. You know, we saw, you know, if I pull those calcs back up, right, that we were doing, you know, 480, right, 480. Multiply 1.15, you know, they are clearly above the 552k defense that we need to tank the AoE. So these guys are going to be fine this time, but unfortunately this time, you know, we subtract the 297, 763. Gohan and Goten, because it's their first turn, are going to be taking like 250k from the AoEs here. So we could still survive on this turn, you know, so we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and grab this key right here. That'll be an 18 key for them. Let's grab these right here. Okay, so I mean, well, let's see how they do here. You know, not much we can do other than just let things play out. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Carnival Goku has his full defense up now, so that'll be nice again. Here's, yep, 254. Yeah, that's actually like almost perfectly what I calculated, by the way. 254, 237. You can see they took 254 right there. So, yeah, you know, that's quite a bit of damage. I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I got him in slot 7. This guy should be fine. He has multiple stacks and he still has his guard up. This will do 212. Okay, so we're dead because they're not going to survive this next AoE, unfortunately. Yeah, we just barely die right there. And you guys can see it jumped up to 261. That's that, like, 3% variance that I was talking about. Okay, well, I messed up that calc. I was going to show you guys what I was talking about, but I messed up the calc. All right, we'll be back one more time here. Alrighty, everybody, we're back at Physical SYN Shenron. Here we go. We have decent rotations. These guys all have some attacks in here, so, you know, they're at 529. What do we say we needed to be at? 580? These guys have several attacks in here. Notice how they're at 288. Now watch this. Boom, 346. That's a lot better, right? That's the all in the family effect right there, so... Huge jump up in the defense there. So we're still going to take damage in slot 1. Now, this is this guy's first turn. We just keep getting here on turn 3. I don't really know how to avoid that, so we're still here. I tried holding back last turn, but obviously not enough. Here we are. Let's grab those, and then let's grab these. As long as this unit doesn't get supered, they're fine. Again, they'll take some damage. It looks like they only have to deal with 1 AoE, though, so we should hopefully be able to survive this rotation. Now, Carnival Goku's going to take some damage. He doesn't have any stacks in. He doesn't have any build-up. So, yeah, they're at 200k, and they're at 24k. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully, if there's a super attack, it's on this guy and he dodges it. That would be best-case scenario. The other 2 units on this rotation cannot survive a super attack from this SYN Shenron. So, hopefully, it's on this guy and he just dodges it. Again, that would be best-case scenario. Okay, so just like that, but the super attack, you know. Oh, man. That's not good. There is nothing that Gohan and Goten can do. They cannot survive this guy's super attack. I don't think there's, like, any scenario in the world where they survive this guy's super attack, unfortunately. They can tank the normals. The super attack is going to eat them alive, though. I don't think I've ever seen... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen SYN Shenron go multiple turns without super attacking. Well, I think we've seen what we needed to see. Yeah, 1 million damage. You know, I was going to try to go for the win, but this video is 15 minutes long. I think that's enough footage. We saw enough of them in here, I think, for me to be satisfied with, you know, the amount of footage that we have. So, you guys, let me know what you think about Gohan and Goten. Be prepared for this sort of trend moving forward, where we are no longer getting wins. I don't think I'm even going to take them against Tech Cell Max. I don't see the point. Considering I think that fight is either... I don't know if it's harder than this fight, but they're very similar. Like, we're going to blitz those first two phases. We're not going to be able to get these guys built up, and then they're just going to die. I'm debating even taking them into the Future Saga Red Zone. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet. We'll see, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to catch you guys next time.